Welcome back, everybody. Hot Mic, final half hour of our show. Got a few more emails to get to and get ready for Twins opening day. Twins and Astros coming up at Target Field later today. Give you the lowdown on that coming up before we say goodbye. Obviously, we started the week. The Bison women's basketball team ended its season with a loss to Troy in overtime in the WNIT quarterfinals. The Trojans, I mentioned earlier in the show, beat Illinois State, so they'll play Buffalo for the WNIT championship. Our next guest probably wants to hear nothing of that after the Bison season came to an end. As Summit League first team selection, Avery Koenen joins us this morning after the Bison season wrapped up. I was joking with you off air. Did you take like a 2-day nap after the game Monday night?
Yeah, rest was much needed, so it's kind of nice to get some much needed recovery.
Is for you, and I'm curious, do you go back and do you watch games afterwards? You don't want to put it to bed like in the middle of the season, and we got to get ready for the next one. How do you approach that?
Yeah, I think it kind of depends. I try to move on as best I can, especially when it's, maybe a performance that wasn't our best, but I also think that there's a lot of value in watching those games that you lose, and learning from them. So, when I can, I do watch parts for sure.
Is this one you want to watch or no from Monday night?
It might take me a little bit
No.
to be able to go watch it back just based on how it ended.
Take me through the end of regulation there. When Molly gets fouled and is shooting 3 free throws, I mean, just what's going through your mind? Like, oh, we may have a chance here.
Right, yeah, when she got fouled, I for sure was like, okay, like this now we really do have a shot. And all you can do in those situations is play your hardest. And I thought we did that. And the fact that we were even able to get to overtime, I think was huge. It showed a lot about our team. And yeah, I mean, it was great for her to step up, knock down those shots, and then eventually hit that three too.
When AK hits a 3 in overtime, the place is going nuts. I mean, what's going through your mind? Granted, you still have 3 minutes full of 3.5 minutes of overtime left. What went through your mind after AK hit the 3?
Yeah, I mean, when you start out, I think when you get into an overtime situation, it's good to get it started off strong and on the right foot. So it calmed my nerves. I know that she hit that. Obviously, as it played out, it didn't end the best, but it was a huge shot regardless.
Were they comparable, Avery, to anybody you played, Troy? Were they in throughout either Summit League or non-conference? I know you saw them earlier in the year, but were they comparable to anybody else?
Honestly, not that I can really think of.
No.
They just have a different style of play, and they're a very athletic team, long, and then they've got good guards as well. So kind of when you have all that together, it's kind of a recipe for success.
How much does this change for you the outlook of the season? I know we talked in Sioux Falls. You were really upset, and I know the team was. To have this run, does that change the outlook of how you look back at this season?
Yeah, I think it does. I am proud of our team and all that we accomplished, even in conference play and throughout the whole time. But I think to go out on such a high note and have the run that we did in postseason when we thought that we were gonna be done, when we really did, we didn't know for that whole week. We were just sitting around waiting. So to even get that and then to get those additional wins and to play at home, it just adds so much to our year.
That week is spring break. Are you looking at a basketball? Or you're like, I want nothing to do it. What did you do that week?
I think for a few days I was like, I can't look at a basketball. And then I kind of came around to it. I was like, okay, like got to be ready in case we play again. But it took a little bit.
What was those first couple practices like when you guys found out, okay, we are going to play?
Yeah, we were pretty tired. But yeah, it just takes a few days to kind of get your legs back and work back into it. And you try to go into those days with as much positivity as you can and try to lock back in because we did have a week off. And I thought we did a great job of that. And just going out into those next 3 games, especially that late in March, is tough too. But we
Well,
did a good.
I mean, walking into the building Monday night, it's 60 degrees out. It's March 31st. I mean, obviously, that's as long as you've ever played. Just did you take a sense like this is pretty neat? There's only, I think, 15 other women's basketball teams that were still playing when you guys played on Monday.
Yeah, I remember we were walking one of the days, it was just super nice out. We're like, we're not supposed to be playing basketball right now. Like it's just it feels weird. Just it's nice out, it's not snowing. Well, it is now, but it wasn't
Yeah.
snowing. And so yeah, it's something to be grateful for sure.
Were you one of the enlisted to hand out tickets on Monday?
Yeah, but I did have class, so
Oh,
I couldn't, but I would have if I could.
to have that crowd. I think I asked you this post game. That's something to me can be consistent. Is that to build on for people that came and watched the game Monday night? Say, hey, come on back. This is what this is how we play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that we gave them a good show too to hopefully try to get them to come back next year. And you got to take those opportunities. And I thought we did a good job of that, and our program did a good job of that, of especially in that last game, trying to get as many people as we can there. And that's yeah, that's huge to build off for next year.
So I think the question I got more than anything, especially as summer league play going, well, is Avery going to come back? Is Avery going to come back? I know I even asked you before you put out your tweet the other day about what's ahead. Tell me about the decision to come back next season.
Yeah, honestly, you know how the world of college sports is now, especially with mid majors. But when I really look at it and think about, what I want in the future and what I want here for these next 2 years, it just makes sense for me to stay. And again, like I feel like I'm a loyal person and I want to be here and I'm committed to this program. And when I got here, um, this is what I wanted, and for people to change and to change the program around, and to be a part of that. So I think that just buying in is a really good thing.
For people around you, were you hearing from other schools? I know you never hear directly. I guess you're not supposed to, but were other around you people reaching out saying, would she be interested? Did that happen at all?
Uh, Yeah, maybe a little bit. And I think that again, they find their ways around it.
Correct.
So, before that even started to happen, I really had to sit down and think, like, what do I want? And I'm committed here, and I'm surrounded by the right people, coaching staff, players. Got my family. I'm not far from home either, so that all plays a role into it. And at the end of the day, like, I want to be here. So.
The collective, how much of it was that an impact as well, Avery, that the Green and Gold Collective was in a part of this?
Yeah, I mean they played a huge role in it so far, but there's a lot of things that do go into it besides that, and that's been a huge added probably bonus. But I'm thankful for everything that they've done for me and are continuing to do for me, and the support that they've given me. So it plays a role in it for sure, but that's not all of it.
That your news, and then we had Jossie Schiller on the show yesterday with her announcement that she's going to transfer in. That's a pretty good 1-2 combo of news for NDSU. What about her game excites you now to be a teammate of hers?
Yeah, she's a stud. And I remember that from playing against her, just watching her game. I love the way she plays. She's tough inside. She's just a really good player all around. She can knock down, whether she's inside or outside. And I'm excited to see what she can add to our team. When I saw that, when I kind of heard the news, that made me so much more excited even to get to be her teammate. And I'm excited to see what the future has in store.
With the players that are moving on, and Schulte is obviously goes without saying, and I know the emotion was high Monday. What has Abby meant to you for the last couple of years?
Yeah, she's meant the world to me. And the fact that I've gotten to play with her, especially for 2 years, the fact that she took her fifth year even has meant so much and added so much to my experience so far. And, she's a great leader. She's someone that I really respect and look up to. Just the way that she shows up every single day and works her hardest. And, no matter what, like she's always there uplifting us and encouraging me and our teammates. So she's added so much.
All right, I got to ask because people hear me talk about Carrington Ass, but you played against her, so she's going to play next year. What kind of player are the Bison going to see on the floor this time next year?
Yeah, she's a stud too. I mean, just another player that I'm excited to play with. And she's, I mean, in practice, she's scoring on all of us. She's she's gonna be good. And just to have that kind of a force inside with me inside, I'm so excited for that. And what she's going to bring for our team.
How difficult is, I mean, I talked to her, the giving up the last half of her senior year, starting college. I mean, that's uncommon. How has she adjusted with everybody and adjusted to college from what you've seen?
Yeah, from what I've seen, it's been going well. She comes out every single day. She's working hard. She's challenging us in practice, and I think that that's probably a really hard transition to make as a 17, 18-year-old still. Like you're still technically supposed to be in high school, so to come in and practice the way she's been playing, it shows a lot about her, and I'm excited for it.
So you've played up against some really, really, really good players. Is there one that you said, boy, I'd like to match up against her? Is there one either you watch on TV, you see online, like, boy, that I'd like to have that opportunity?
You know, I don't know. I think that just every team's best player, I think it'd be fun to go against.
Yeah.
That's kind of whether I'm watching, the NCAA tournament now. I think that it would just be fun to compete, against whatever high level component or opponents that I can.
Uh, have you done a triple jump since high school? That's not something you can go out and do? Have you done one since then, or no? Are you officially retired in that?
Not since then, actually,
It's a
which
good way to go out.
yeah, I think that's probably just my last one, best one, just ended at that. But it'd be fun to be able to do it again. I just don't know if my knees could take it.
Was long jump ever considered, or was it always triple jump? Like, what made you go to that specific event?
Yeah, I mean, I did long jump and I did high jump as well. And triple jump just ended up being my best one. I wasn't very good at long jump. Um, but I'd still do it more to just help me with my strides in triple jump. So yeah, once I started realizing that I could be successful in triple jump, that's when I specialized in.
That's because that's the, to me it looks like the most awkward one. How for timing of that? That's what it all bases, right? It's all on timing to get that to have your best jump, correct?
Yeah, you gotta, I mean, it's a lot of like footwork and measuring out your steps and your speed into the jump. And you don't want to scratch or have your foot go over the line and all that kind of stuff. So, um, honestly, I don't really know how I got the hang of it, but it just happened. I think volleyball and that footwork kind of helped
Yeah.
me a lot, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I don't know how I got it down, but I did.
Did it help you with basketball or vice
Yeah.
versa? Did either one help you?
Yeah, I think just being, especially all three of my sports helped me a
Yeah.
lot. Footwork, just athleticism and jumping and all of that kind of stuff. When you're doing all those different movements and stuff, that definitely is going to carry into your other sports as well.
Hey, last thing before I let you go, for people that don't know now the schedule for an athlete, like after the season is done, you and I were visiting a little bit off air. So what officially is ahead now for you before school is done?
Yeah, we get a week off here or so, and then we come back and probably have, I'm assuming, like 3 weeks of spring workouts. So you'd practice maybe like 3 days a week or something like that, and then you're lifting as well. So just that, and you get a lot more off time now to rest your body.
Well, when you're going to April, does that change that change everything? Because normally, I mean, you're probably done maybe the middle of March or so. I mean, this is a lot longer than anybody's ever had to go.
Right, yeah. I mean, just what I think and remember from last year, I mean, we went a long time last year
Yeah.
too, but um you're just trying, I think we just do spring workouts and it's just shortening that part of it. And I think playing in games is where you're going to gain that experience. So, I'd way rather be playing this late.
Last thing, actually, I have one more because we talked about you doing your basketball camp last year. How satisfying was that? And are you looking to do it again?
Yeah, I was so happy with the outcome of that. And um, I'm looking to do it again this year and try to carry that on and make that kind of an annual thing. And I want to give back to my community as much as I can and make an impact there as well with what I've been blessed with. So yeah, I'm excited for this year.
Do you get stopped all the time when you go home now for pictures and stuff like that? Is that a regular occurrence now?
I mean, yeah, kind of. It's more just people asking me how I'm doing, how's basketball, or congratulating me on our season, or our win or whatever it is. And the support I get from my community is unreal, and it's got to be unmatched. It just means the world to me.
They make it a plenty of games because I can hear your support section in the crowd. They don't miss a game. There's no doubt. I really
Yep.
appreciate you doing this. Congratulations on a great year. Enjoy some time off, and we'll see you down the road, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Avery Koenen, NDSU standout sophomore off a first-team Summer League selection. Announcement she's going to come back and play for the Bison next season. That, combined with the Jossie Schiller news, that's 2 wins already for Jory Collins for next season. He can go to Tampa because he was supposed to join me today, but he's going to the Final Four. But he's got 2 wins in his back pocket already after that combo on Tuesday. We'll break. We come back. We'll wrap things up and get you ready for a busy Thursday. I like going on today and set up tomorrow's show. We got a lot going on tomorrow. Hot Mike, we'll wrap right after this.